Have you heard about the Cashmere Room? An erotic short story podcast. Listen now on SoundCloud, Spotify, and many more. Linktree at Duchess, DUCHESS, and on Instagram at _the Cashmere Room. Sex magic, BDSM, penis worship. These stories are not safe for work, but perfect for pillow talk with your favorite lover.
This is the Voices of Misery podcast. This show isn't for the easily offended, so PC police on patrol stand by. You've been warned. Now, let's join the Nerd and Nerdette with another podcast for that ass.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Voices of Misery podcast. Today is Tuesday, 4/28/2020.
Why are you sounding depressed? What's happening?
The dynamic duo, the nerds, they'll find out soon. You are.
God. The Nerd Ed.
And I'm the nerd.
What is your problem?
I'm the nerd. I flipped it this time. What?
What is going on?
Well, yesterday was a very somber day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was a very somber day. I spent the whole day in the bedroom depressed, playing a video game, getting my ass kicked. I was sober all day long, man. It was
Welcome to everyone else in the country.
That's not in this household, except for the kids, obviously. But no, pretty much everybody's been pretty fucking smashed up, and I took a stand.
Who?
No, pretty much everybody in the country. Did you see the video on YouTube of the guy who was jogging, and he was going through people's recycling? And he went down like 3 blocks, and everybody had like bottles upon bottles of liquor in their fucking in the recycling. Yeah, people are just getting tore up, and liquor stores are posting record revenues and all that bullshit because people are just laying at home getting drunk. And I went through the whole unemployment thing for 2 months, got the job, and then worked for a month, and then Corona happened, and now I'm out of work again for I don't know how fucking long it's even been. And it's just crazy because it's like you get out of that bullshit routine of just getting wrecked every day, go back to work, get back into the normal routine, life is good again, and then this happens. So what do? You relapse or go back into the bullshit. And it's just been a rough time, and I took a stand the other day, and I'm like, fuck it, done with this shit. So yeah, yesterday was pretty boring. It was pretty fucking boring. Just kind of hung out and played video games all day long. The day seemed like it took 50 hours instead of 24 hours. And
I'm shocked you made it to 10 o'clock.
Oh, God.
I was shocked you made it to then because I knew how bored you were. Mm-hmm. I was purposely not bothering you. Like, he's in there fucking miserable. I'm out here like having the time of my life. I was having so much fun on the stupid game
drinking your Bud Lights.
Yeah, I had a couple, and I caught like big ass fish yesterday that I haven't caught before. Like I was having a good time. Well, Samantha was getting pissed because I was catching shit she couldn't catch. I was having fun. So
well, it's fine.
I don't know.
That's fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It just takes a couple days to get back in a swing of not doing it again. It's not a big deal. It's just when something like that happens and a pandemic that like of the likes we've never seen or forces you in your house. My advice to everyone is just try to keep yourself under control here. Like last time was all about depression. This time it's about boredom. I'm not depressed at all. I'm just bored and angry. Like last time when I lost a job, it was after 7 years of being on the same job, and then it's like you freak out. You don't know what to do.
And it was the holidays.
And it was a holiday time, so it's like, fuck, I'm just going to drink the pain away. And now it's just like, I'm just bored. So I'm like, let me just nip this in the bud before it becomes a problem. I don't want to be those kinds of people that, like, fucking shake. Or like, they can't live their lives without it. So it's like, all right. I haven't done it enough to the point where it's been, to there. But it was more or less like a mood baseline thing. Like, it kept you kind of in the middle, happy and not worrying too much about what the next step's going to be. So yesterday sucked. It really did.
Yeah, but I got my Chipotle yesterday.
Oh, yeah. That was fun, wasn't it? You want to explain that situation?
Well, I mean, we didn't know because we haven't gone to any of these places in a very long time. Chipotle, I think it's been a couple months. So the one that we went to, I don't know if this is all of them or not. I'm assuming it is, but who knows. But in big letters, for some reason you couldn't see it, it says carry out, which we knew, or delivery. But you have to order through the app. You can't just go in there and stand in line, which is smart.
Yeah.
But we went there, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, I gotta download the damn app. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for the shit to be done. But that app was so freaking easy.
You wanted to leave. You were like, "Oh, let's just leave."
I'm like, just fuck it, because I don't feel like downloading it. Because
But I said, I'm not wasting. You're not wasting my time. I left and.
Well, Sammy got her cookout, which is right next door, so it wasn't really that big of a waste.
Yeah, it was because I would never have heard the end of the fucking Chipotle bullshit. So I'm glad you got it.
Just because I got it one time doesn't mean I'm not going to want it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's how I feel about sex. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the show. This has been the Voices of Misery podcast.
Yep.
There you go. See this? She just got owned, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you call owning somebody.
What I have to do in order to get these things?
Yeah. Well,
you get it.
The words you said could have been easily said out of my mouth in regards to sex.
Right.
So there you go.
And we both got something. So we're good to go.
Kind of.
Oh my god. Anyways, I was trying to bring up, not that whole freaking thing, but the
leaving
old
Chipotle?
man that walked past our car and was like staring at us like...
Dude, I was so angry. Because the guy walks up to our car like he's going to ask us for spare change. Because he did look like he could have been like a hobo or just down on his luck or something.
God.
I'm serious.
Why do you say that?
And he's walking and just staring at the car and like looking at us and shit. And I'm like, about to roll down the window.
Like hard looking.
Yeah, it was like bad.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck did he say exactly?
He started laughing.
To start, yeah.
And then he looked at us because you rolled down your window. Yeah. And he's like, I was going to say who the hell is sitting in my damn car.
Yeah, that's
And then he pointed to the exact same car that that we have.
It was the exact
two
same
spots
car.
Down.
Parked differently because we backed in and he like drove in regular.
But like he was trying to figure out why the hell we were all in his car.
Yeah, well,
so that was funny.
Oh, well, I was cracking up. Like once I saw his card, I was like, okay, it makes sense because I've done it before too. When I used to go to Walmart on my lunch breaks at work, I used to have a white Ford Focus.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of them down here.
There's so many. You see so many because it's a cheap car.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go up to cars and it's pulling the handle, and I'm like, why is this shit not opening? And then I'm hitting the button and it goes bink, and it's like across the freaking aisle. I'm like, oh shit.
He even got in his car, pulled out, drove up next to us, so
winked at us so we could see his
to
car.
Prove
off,
this is why I was staring so hard and getting, he had to show us that we had the same car.
No, it was funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
I noticed it when I pulled in to the Chipotle. He was in some other store doing some other business, I guess, because there was no one in the car. It was just so funny. The guy, he's like walking up, staring at us. I'm like, what the fuck, man? We're about to have a problem. And then it turned into a funny moment. So at least we had a little bit of a laugh. Because I've done that before multiple times, especially now. Everybody has the same color SUV as us. Everybody. And they all look the same.
I think you just notice it more when
it's
man. Your car.
That one day I was driving to work before this whole bullshit happened. There was like 4 or 5 in a row, just like turning off the Highway 17. And they were just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Why are you just coming this way? But anyway, I mean, we haven't really done much this week, playing video games and just doing the same old shit, man. Same old shit as everyone else in there is doing.
We went to Walmart this morning, though.
We did?
And that was actually surprisingly a pleasant experience. Like,
yeah, no one blocking the aisles.
No,
there's nothing to bitch about.
Usually, when you're trying to get down, like especially like the chip aisle or the beer aisle or the soda aisle, there's always like U-boats in there.
Oh,
we were able to get everything very easy today.
Yeah, our youngest daughter didn't cry or complain.
Yeah, Jenna was so good.
Unbelievable kid for once.
Usually, she always has like at least one moment.
Yeah.
But, I mean, amazing today. So, I don't know. Today it was a good experience. You didn't get pissed off.
Because I woke up sober for once. I didn't have a hangover.
Yeah, like you weren't rushing me in and out.
No.
We were only there a few
minutes. I was like,
it
hasn't happened yet, but it could happen soon.
Yeah, you're like...
My anxiety could happen soon. I don't know. But
You said something like we were going down one aisle. You're like, I have to go and check the keto chips. I'm not freaking out yet, so I need to go look.
Yeah, pretty much. Because otherwise I'd shut down and leave.
Oh,
man. That's fucking Walmart for you, though. Walmart sucks. It really does, but I haven't seen anybody get turned away yet or seen lines, and that Walmart is normally very busy. Are people really experiencing the social distancing thing? Are they actually following along? Like they're just bunkered down in their houses? They're refusing to leave?
We go to the one Walmart I don't know how the tourist Walmart is. The one that's like
Oh,
really in
God.
Myrtle Beach. That's probably.
That Walmart.
I'm assuming that one would probably have lines.
That Walmart's a real fucking dirtbag Walmart too.
It is.
You can skip one Walmart and go to another one. I don't know why people
They're so
have to
close
go.
together.
They're just so dumb. They just have to go to that one.
Yeah.
Now, up north, they're a lot closer. Here, you have a bit of a drive between each one. Maybe like 20 minutes in between each one.
Really? You think that
I'm thinking
long?
so, yeah. I'm thinking so.
I can name 3 right now that I think that are very easy to get to.
They're very easy to get to, but I would say about 20 minutes between each one, because the one we go to takes us about 20 minutes. And then to go from there to the other one will be about 20 minutes. And from
Well,
there
the
to that
one we went to is near the beach that we usually go to during the summer. And I was watching the news and because some of the beaches are open down here. So the news guy went out to the beach and videotaped the whole thing. He's like, this is what's going on in the beach, in this area. And it was the exact location that we always sit.
Yeah.
There's quite a few people out there.
Oh, Jesus. There's
There's people jogging, their dogs are out there, people are sunbathing, a couple people, not many because the water's so cold, but a couple people in the water. And I'm like, oh, God, it looks so nice.
Yeah.
It looks so
God.
nice. They were spread out. Like, it wasn't packed like it normally would be. But we've been in the 80s the last few days, so people want to get the hell out of their house and enjoy the weather. So, I don't know. I found that interesting, though, that there was a lot more than I thought there would be. But at least they weren't on top of each other.
You know what I kind of want to go off on real quick?
Wow.
The last thing you told me before we went to bed last night, you were like, oh, did you check the iTunes reviews?
Oh, I was praying you weren't bringing that up.
I'm going to bring it up. Only because, like, there's this fucking one troll, and I'm not going to say their name because they don't deserve any attention.
It's a fake name, so
it's a
does
fake.
it matter?
It's a fake name, which means it's someone that we know.
I know.
Obviously,
I told you who I thought it was.
We know who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And this piece of shit leaves a bad comment on every single podcast that they listen to, and then updates it.
Yeah, because he first popped up
every couple of days.
Last week
Fucking
or the week before.
Useless motherfuckers.
And like I've said previously, I check the iTunes reviews every morning.
Yeah, you check
to
them.
see.
I don't.
And like we haven't had them in a while. But I always check to see like if there's any new ones because you don't get alerts or anything, you know. And this motherfucker popped up a week or two ago, and he made some comments about the two of us, and then Big Ray and Colin, and I'm just like, okay. So then I'm looking and I go over to the Warren Morons podcast, who is sponsoring the Hameen Media group, right?
And he bashes them.
And he
too?
bashed them.
This is a fucking
And
loser.
so I'm like, okay.
A fucking straight up loser in life.
That we know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's trickling down to us.
Yeah.
So that's fine. At least we know where it came from. But then I'm looking last night and I'm like, this motherfucker updated it. It says as of the other day.
So not only does this loser leave a bad comment,
they
update it. So they go back and update every couple of days because they want to stay on top of it. So
they want to be the one that you see.
I just want to say to that loser, thanks for listening, pal. Thanks for the download number. That's all I don't give a shit about.
This last one made comments to our last podcast and to the last Ridiculously Random podcast.
Yeah. So they're listening. So thank you.
You're obviously still listening. Yeah. You're listening to every single one.
Yeah.
So you can update your... Get the fuck out of here, you loser fucking piece of shit.
Listen, I'm all about the downloads. I don't give a fuck about reviews, to be honest with you, because you can take any podcast. Look at like, what's the hottest podcast out there? The Joe Rogan podcast, right? He's got thousands of 5 stars, but he's also got thousands of 1 stars. You think I give a fuck about a fucking 1-star
review? I know, so
review?
Why did you bring it up?
Because I just wanted to tell this person, because I know they're listening, and I just wanted to personally thank them for the download numbers every single week. So thank you.
I mean...
And we know who you are.
I know. I know. Exactly, and he's the first time I've ever said that it's this person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like 98% sure who this is.
Oh, yeah. But still.
You make a comment saying that you can pinpoint where we are. The door's open, man.
Let's
show up.
Please do.
Please show up.
Please do, motherfucker.
We've given you many trademarks around here, right? Landmarks.
Landmarks, yeah.
Like, just show up. Like, I'm over it.
Please do, because it would be... It would be a blessing in times like this to have something to do. with my
it would
hands.
give us some entertainment,
Oh
wouldn't
my God.
it? Just some random douchebags showing
Just
up here.
tying this little piece of shit up to a chair and torturing him.
But we already did that with Colin, so we have
Well,
to...
I got the 22, man. Just imagine, like, take out the shoulders first.
You got
the
a couple
kneecaps.
things in this house. That
Oh,
could...
man. Oh, my God. Please come over. Please come over, sir. As a matter of fact, send an email, because we already know who you are. voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com. You didn't forget. And we will make sure that you have a
I'll give you the
splendid
direct
time.
address.
Yeah, you will have a splendid time at our household. I guarantee that. Anyway, there was
I can't believe you brought that up.
There was a YouTube video about songs, right? Like movie songs.
Okay.
And the video said which song would fit in any movie.
Oh, okay. Please bring this up.
It was the
because I
Ghostbusters
disagree.
song.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters song can end literally any movie. Any movie.
It can't.
Imagine
it's
Pretty in
talking
Pink.
about busting ghosts, man.
It's just the way the song fits.
No.
The song sounds awesome, man. It's like one of the best songs of all time. Like not just movie songs, but songs.
Who you gonna call?
Shit, it just works.
That
It just
doesn't
works.
work with any freaking movie. Not one movie. Maybe what? Insidious or but maybe a ghost movie. It's not gonna fit Pretty in Pink.
What about Ghost? At the end of Ghost, there's the Ghostbusters, and then the whole thing
Christ.
starts playing.
No, see, you said that we were
Go
drinking
ahead.
the other night.
No, I'm
like,
telling you.
There's no
telling
way.
you, I think it works. It's just a happy, feel good song, and I really do think that it can end
with words
any
or
movie.
The musical part without the words.
You can't have it without the words. You really
Dude,
can't.
then it's not going to fit
think it
anything.
works.
It doesn't fit anything.
I think it just works. The words may not match the movie, but the
It's
song
not
itself
going
is
to
such a
match the
good
movie,
song. I think it
no.
works. The Goonies, you can end Terminator with it.
You can't. You can't.
What I want people to do is I want people to go ahead and listen to the song while playing the end of any movie that they may encounter throughout the next week or so.
God.
And let me know what you think. And be like, holy shit, this is kind of cool, man.
It's literally
I think it works.
the Ghostbusters theme song. The Who You Gonna Call Ghostbusters. That's the song you're going with.
The typical
From
Halloween
all the
song.
songs in that.
Yep.
Okay, then no, it's not. No, it doesn't fit anything.
Oh, I think it fits.
Is
I
there
think it fits.
is there a YouTube video with it showing other movies with the song?
Yeah, it was some dude that put it up there with the Ghostbusters song. It's like Ghostbusters ends... Ghostbusters song, all movie end credits or some shit like that, and it's just like the Ghostbusters song, and like Indiana Jones was there, and a bunch of
That
like
doesn't even
RoboCop
make
was there, and
sense.
it just looks so freaking cool, man, because it just fit the way the person did it. It fit. It was really cool.
Maybe I'll have to look it up later.
Go ahead after you have your
Because I'm not
20th Bud Light.
bullshit 20.
Well,
Fuck outta here.
Well, you had a
But-
full case of beer. Maybe buy a 12-pack. So I don't know what your intentions are tonight.
I had 6 last night.
Yeah.
But if you bought a couple cases for yourself, you're not going to want to leave tomorrow. So might as well throw a small 12-pack backup in there.
Well, we'll see what the hell happens. But I'll tell you, some people that are really upset right now. People that are going to be going to strip clubs. Did I tell you this story yet?
No, but I'm trying to think if I read it because I've heard a couple things about one about a stripper and one about a strip club. So I'm trying to figure out what you're.
So
going.
I know, like you've said you never went to a strip club, right?
No.
Okay, so
No, thank you.
if you had to think about the American male strip club experience, what's like one thing you would think that they'd go for?
Touching them.
A lap dance. Okay, so yeah, so that does work. So
See, I don't know. I don't go. So
yeah, well, me neither. I really don't. I've only gone in my lifetime maybe a handful of times, like more time, like 3 or 4 times. That's all I could remember. Lap dances from strippers are going to be going the way of the dodo bird. They're gone. They're done. Good riddance. They're bracing for some major changes in the future. The strip clubs are. So strip club sources. I mean, I didn't know they were strip club sources. I guess like owners are just being like, hey man. But anyway, I guess apparently they're going to be taking a whole nother big approach to business when they reopen. Gloves and masks are going to be on their way in, and lap dances are going to be on their way out. So anyway,
but who's gonna be wearing the gloves and the masks? The women or everybody? Like, is it just the customers?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would guess the strippers would have to be wearing them as well. But the thing is like the guys coming in, are they going to have to be tested? Are they going to have to get their fever checked? Like, how crazy is that going to be?
Because you got to protect your girls.
Of course you got to.
But at the same time, you want to make money.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, God, so, I don't know what the hell they can do.
Maybe really this opens a door for butterfaces.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Like, really ugly women with really hot bodies. Because then they can cover their face with a face mask and just show their hot bodies and make money. Because ugly girls aren't... They shouldn't be strippers. So maybe this opens the door for, like, the chicks with, like, those fucking dime-piece bodies and the fucking nickel faces.
God, you are such a fucking scumbag of a man.
No, that's just the way it is.
Who thinks like that?
Well, it says... Well, okay, so here you go. The next sentence here is going to answer your question.
Okay.
Even for exotic dancers, they're going to be wearing a face mask as well, it looks like. So it says, bummer for those of you who are actually looking at their faces. We're told capacity of the club will be limited, which is good. From the number of dancers working the poles to the number of customers seated in the audience. And the biggest change, no contact. So say goodbye to lap dances, motorboating, and whatever else goes
they
on
are probably
in
loving
the champagne
this.
room. Oh, the girls are.
The
but
girls
the guys,
are fucking loving this shit.
You think
but you
so?
know what?
They're going to be losing a lot of money because a lot of perverts are going to be like, well, if I can't touch them, why am I going?
This is going to piss off a lot of men, though. They go in there, that get drunk or whatever. They're going to want to get touchy-feely, and they can't.
Yeah.
It's going to... Oh, look, I could see that being a fucking huge problem.
Yeah, so I don't know about this. I don't like this for the strippers because a lot of them rely on that touching, and they have bouncers to protect them. They got a lot of big dudes in there with like weapons and shit that'll knock somebody the fuck out. They put their, not like guns, but well, some have guns, but a lot of the ones like down here they have like nightsticks and shit. Batons, they'll fuck somebody up. Have you ever been hit with a nightstick? I've never been hit with a nightstick, but I've heard.
Why would I be hit with a nightstick? You act like I've been.
Why not?
I've gotten into some shit. No.
Those fucking, well, like I've held a nightstick before. They're fucking solid, man. Those things are like ebony wood. Like will fucking just beat the shit. I would rather be shot than get hit in the face with a nightstick. Just to tell you how bad they are. But still, man, like they're going to be limiting the strip club touching, and those women are going to be going through some shit.
Seriously. Well, they're going through shit now.
But they're
not getting paid now.
Now they're not getting paid, but they're really not gonna.
I mean, something's better than nothing. You keep look at the line of work you're in. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm like, why do you bring this shit up to me? I don't feel sorry for them. You like deal with it or
but who's gonna go to a strip club if the girls are wearing face masks?
I mean, that looks ridiculous to me. But
it's
like, you're an ass man, so I'm sure you just stare at the asses anyway. So like,
well, that's what I would stare at.
Yeah,
like their bodies, but.
I don't know.
The face mask thing would just ruin it for me. It really would. It would ruin the whole experience for me. If I was like every weekend...
And gloves.
Yeah,
like it's weird.
Yeah, if I was like an every weekend strip club guy, that I went to the strip clubs every weekend like some of these men do, I would probably stop going. It just doesn't make any sense. It just, I don't know, there's something about it.
So is this all strip clubs, or is this one strip club that said that?
Supposedly it's going to be across the board. They're trying to work something out now for when they all reopen. I mean, I know they're not all connected. Not all of them are going to abide by the rules, but you're going to have people going undercover. You got people trying to bust their next door neighbors right now for some bullshit. You don't think they're going to go to strip clubs and rat them out too? Because they probably hate it. Probably a bunch of Christians going to go in there to try to get them shut down. Because you know how Christians are. They want everybody to follow the rules no matter what. This whole thing is just... Maybe we should just say, fuck it, take our chances. Just take your chances at your own discretion. If you want to go to a strip club and see full nude girls and without face masks, get your lap dance, go for it. But you're taking a risk, they're taking a risk. Let's just accept it like that. Just accept it.
Oh Lord, man!
You can't just change the way we live our lives permanently. And Nancy Pelosi, did you see what she said?
No.
She wants to, and I know this is kind of getting off of that, but it is with the government. They were talking about the $1,200 stimulus. She's saying it's not enough. She wants to give even more money, and she wants to keep this going as long as possible. So basically what they're trying to do... no, don't say that on the air. Don't say that.
Can someone just do something about it?
Can someone please get rid of this bitch? Like, get rid of her.
I stopped myself. I said the first two letters. I didn't end it.
I know.
Can someone just, like, can she just go away?
Yeah, like, she's just horrible, man.
Like,
she's
who the fuck wants to stay the rest of their life locked in a fucking house and can't do nothing?
Yeah, and if it was up to AOC, we'd all be staying home because she wants the people in New York to all boycott going back to work. Which is hilarious.
Wait, what? AOC said that about New York?
Yeah, she doesn't want her people in her district going back to work. And then when everything gets reopened, she says, refuse to go back to work and stay home. Bitch, you're working. You're getting paid.
You're getting paid, man.
Yeah, these people are so fucking asinine. And with the Democrats, like I said, I've been saying it every week since this whole thing happened. It's a power ploy. That's all it is. They want power. And what better way to have power is to have control over people. If you control when they go to work, when they do this, when they do that, how much money you give them, what they spend their money on, You get full control. They even said there's a rumor going around that they wanted us to pass a bill where your mortgage is forgiven and get this, they give you food. Whatever else you work for is optional. So they give you housing and they give you food.
What is happening?
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
I'm telling you, this Corona thing, there's something deeper than this. There's something way deeper than this.
Weird. So what, are they going to show up with like a small amount of food? Like this is your ration for you're going to tell me what my family can eat for the next week before you come back?
Well, they
Get
do
the
it now.
fuck out of here.
Well, they do it now with food stamps. They They
well,
calculate.
that's up to you. That's up to you to budget it and figure it out.
Like they calculate how much. So like a family of 3, they estimate you to be worth like $400 a month.
And I do disagree with that a little bit because back in the day when the kids were first born and we were on WIC, those kids ate more formula than WIC gave us the first month, and that shit is so expensive. But they never upped it. So I do understand that they do give you a lower thing, but once you realize that, then you got to start budgeting. That's free money. You're giving something like I don't know, but no, you're not gonna.
And the fact that
this is starting to sound a lot like oh, this is gonna be bad.
Oh, I know. Well, you're a horrible human being, and I'm the good one here. People understand that by now, but still, don't forget this though. The fact that they're telling jobs which job's essential and which job isn't, which jobs can be shut down at the government's snap of a finger.
Yeah.
Imagine if they could do that anytime they want. Oh, wait, they can. So what happens when they do it again? And they do it again? Because I think this is a test to see how far they can push the American people. And right now they got us under their freaking thumb, man.
Not really. States are not listening anymore.
They're trying to protest. States are
opening up. There's I don't know the numbers. I know of at least 3, but I think there's 4 or 5. Oof. I know there's 3 for sure that have started opening up or are open.
I know Georgia and Texas are 2 that I know of.
And like people aren't listening. People don't care. They're done. They're done staying in their fucking house.
They're done.
New York needs to stay.
Yeah.
The way it is
for now.
At least the city part. The rest of it, like I don't know what the hell's going on with the rest of it, but
that's just people are done being told when they can and can't go to work.
That's the problem.
That they're not essential.
No, man, because people don't want to like. Oh, I can't even imagine what people are going through. Like,
I feel so bad for people that like are just like me in that position where it's like, okay, well, you're furloughed because your job's not essential. It's such bullshit. It really is.
Did you hear that a restaurant in Rome is trying out like plexiglass in between people, like on the table?
All right, that's cool.
But
I mean,
I found that to be a little weird. I think it's a good idea.
It'll be a weird first date for somebody trying to hook up.
Like if you and I went out to dinner, there would be plexiglass like in between us when we lived together. That's weird.
Dude, this is a fucking panic culture. Can we just be honest here and just say...
Like, who's going to go on a first date right now? I know people who are single are probably on the stupid apps or whatever, and they want to meet or whatever the hell.
Oh, people are still fucking, trust me.
But I'm just... I don't know. I can't imagine us going to a restaurant when we live together, being separated by a plexiglass and trying to talk.
The problem with the media, depending on what channel you watch, is you're only seeing the people panicking. A lot more people are not panicking. If you go outside and you drive around, you will see other cars out there. You'll see other people that aren't really panicking. They're practicing
areas like ours. You'll see that.
Yeah, they're practicing the social distancing. People really aren't on top of each other as much, except for that weird bitch at Walmart the other day. But a lot of people aren't being stupid about it. But they're not panicking either. They're just kind of being safe. They're just doing what they're told, but they're not staying in their houses. This is just a whole stupid fucking thing. From the beginning, what they should have done was wear a face mask, wear gloves, social distance, and we're not shutting shit down. Let people go to work, earn their paychecks, and then we won't have to dump trillions of dollars into the economy when they really shouldn't have been. People are still dying. They're still dying. And all they're doing is prolonging certain death.
I'm so glad we don't live in a big city.
Yeah, but think about it this way. When they reopen the economy, this virus isn't going to magically be gone the second that they think.
So it doesn't matter.
They're going to get it anyway, and they're going to die.
But we can't stay shut down forever.
No, they're just pushing the date back for people that are going to die. This isn't how life
is supposed to be. Like, it's just not.
Certainly not.
People are just going to... They're not listening. They're no longer listening. States are starting to open up without approval. So
I hated this thing from the very start.
Because aren't you supposed to be like phase 1 or something?
Something like that,
before you're allowed to open. They don't give a fuck anymore. They're just opening. So So, like, this is not... And like I told you, because I know our governor...
God, Trump gave people the power to open up their own areas.
Yeah, our governor pushed it, I think, 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
But I told you, I'm like, it's states, as of today, states are open. So
he's a panicking son of a bitch, though. Like, our
governor
is
he a Democrat? Is he a Republican?
McMaster,
what is he?
I think he's a Republican. But
is he a Republican?
But he's a bitch. He's a real bitch, though. He's always standing behind someone else
talking.
Who he doesn't talk very much. Nikki Haley.
I miss her.
Nikki Haley would have had this. She would have had this open again. She definitely would have had this open.
Where the fuck is she? Is she still with Trump over there?
No, he got rid of her. And now she's doing something else, she's probably getting primed for her own election in 4 years. Who knows? She was good. She was very transparent. Her. This other guy's just a fucking bitch. I don't know. There's something about him. I just don't like him. He's got that little southern drawl when he talks, and he puts that other chick in front of him. Man. Like he puts that one chick in front of him, and she runs down everything. That like little short Asian-looking woman or whatever the hell she is. I don't know, but... He like pushes her out, and she just does everything. And he goes, "Is any questions?" People ask questions, and then he puts her to answer them. He's just dumb. I'd almost rather have Joe Biden's dumbass than him. Seriously.
Oh my God.
Well, there's someone else out there not wanting to be a part of the stay-at-home order. It's a Louisiana pastor. His name is Tony Spell. He wore a court-issued ankle bracelet while defying a statewide. I saw that. So wait, he's a pastor wearing a court-issued ankle bracelet.
Because he got arrested for doing it before.
Well, you know what? The Lord's calling is apparently more mightier than the ankle bracelet. But he was defying a statewide stay-at-home order to host a packed church service on Sunday during the coronavirus pandemic. The Pentecostal preacher of Life Tabernacle Church in Central led services inside the building and sought donations. Of course he sought donations. Why wouldn't he look for donations? To his legal defense, despite being placed on house arrest after refusing to tell a judge whether he would continue to lead services at the church. He was arrested and jailed on Tuesday after allegedly threatening to run over a protester in a church school bus. He has disputed the protester's account and claimed his innocence. His wife, Shay, posted his $5,000 bail later that day, using church funds, I'm sure.
Do you realize that, he was showing off his ankle bracelet?
Oh, yes, he was.
And laughing about it.
Yes, he was.
So, God.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the Christian way, isn't it?
You can't put it all on them.
Everything's on them. I'm sorry.
I know, but this dude is just a fucking moron. I know other people from podcasts I listen to that are religious, and they do the whole virtual thing. Mm-hmm. They watch everything on their computer and iPads and stuff. Like, why, dude? Why can't you just stay the fuck home and do that? It's because I just don't get it. Set up a Venmo or something.
The thing about church,
if it's because of the money, then can't you set up something like that?
Well, my thing with church is I understand the whole community aspect of it. You want to be around other like-minded people, but you don't need to go to church to worship God. It's your own personal relationship. You could easily pray at night and get the same message across. He had a crowd of people at this time too, or was just the first time, and that's why he was arrested the first time. Well, he was threatening to do it again, and they took him in. He's a dumb bitch. That's always what I thought about church. It was supposed to be your own personal relationship. It doesn't have to be a congregation of people, because it's all about getting that money. It's all about getting that money to keep the church open and to pay off whatever debts the pastor may have before they become a millionaire, like all the other ones do. No, not millionaires. Okay. The televangelists get millionaires. But these guys have a healthy bank account. These other ones. I still
don't understand. I don't want to get into it. Okay,
yeah. I'll be doing that soon anyway. What you got? I know you're looking to do one of yours.
Connecticut town is testing a pandemic drone. Did you hear about this one?
No, not at all. Oh, is this the one that's supposed to be telling people to go inside and stay inside?
No, but it can sense if you cough, sneeze, your body temperature, your heart rate, and your respiratory rate, and it will be used by the police for any large crowds.
Oh my God, this is stupid.
So yeah, it could take readings from 200 feet away. And I wanted to get your thoughts because I
have plenty of them right now.
I
got plenty of thoughts.
Very invasive.
I got plenty of thoughts. You want to get yours out first? Because this is it even further makes me believe that this coronavirus is way overblown for the government to test out things that they've been wanting to do to us for a very long time.
Where was this drone?
Yeah.
Before. They just came up with it now, apparently.
All of a sudden, they could just make this in the 45 days or whatever-ish of quarantine.
So it knows if you 200 feet away, cough, sneeze, knows if you have what your temperature is, your heart rate, and your... I just find that very, very weird.
This just happens. It wasn't there before quarantine, but magically they have the technology to do this stuff.
And they're going to be, which I get, they're going to use it for large crowds. If there's like concerts or anything like that, I get that. But it's just like, are these drones going to just be flying? Are they going to be armed with
place? Like lasers to fucking take that person out? Is
While
that the next step?
While it's taking photos of everybody.
Yeah.
I don't
Is that
like
the next
any
step?
of it.
They're going to have like guns fucking strapped to them so they can just blow people away, go drones in the street. I'm not coughing. I'm just clearing my throat. I'm not coughing. Fucking blowing off in the street. I can see this whole crazy like sci-fi universe that we're living right now.
Here's the thing: like when we went into Walmart today, and I didn't notice
immediately
because I'm a smoker. I didn't notice. It's a habit for me. I don't notice when I do it, but as soon as I walked in, apparently I coughed. And you're like, did you purposely do that? As soon as we walked in the door, and I'm like, I didn't even realize that I coughed. Mm-hmm. It's just because I'm not sick at all, but. So, like, imagine that. Like, I'm just sitting there and one of those moments come because I do clear my throat and I will, like, cough once in a while. I'm not sick. I don't know. I don't want some stupid thing scanning my body.
Well, I'm a chronic throat clearer. It's nonstop. It happens. It comes and goes, but at least for a few hours a day, I'm clearing my throat and it just won't go away. It's annoying. And I do it in public all the time, and it's something I never really paid attention to until now. And I'm like, now I can't clear my throat in public. Just have to let the buildup happen.
Yep.
Let the buildup happen, and it starts hurting my throat and shit. And that's just annoying. And we can't do those things anymore. There has to be some kind of a revolt against technology like this. Drones that tell if you're coughing. Give me a fucking break. Who the fuck is going to give a robot judgment over human activity that's controlled by another human? I don't like this. I don't.
So you cough and sneeze, but then it takes your body temperature. Yeah. Oh, it must be allergies, and just moves on to the next person.
There's no way. Like, who the fuck's going to trust these things flying in the sky? You'll be at the park with your kid. Like, you'll be sitting at the park with your kid. All of a sudden, bzzz, the thing's going to like fucking put like a blue light on you and see what the hell you're doing. That's bullshit.
Like it.
What happens if they're armed? If they have like legal say in what you're doing, so they can come down and arrest you or something, what happens if these things get more advanced, or like they can clamp handcuffs on you and like fly you to the police station or whatever the fuck?
Dude, we
don't know. It could get that bad.
We're getting into the future that we always fear with these stupid sci-fi fucking movies.
Thank goodness I'm almost 40 in a couple of years. My time is halfway over. I still got plenty of time on this earth. Damn it! Unless I cough in public and a robot fucking obliterates me.
I just saw that, and I'm just really, really odd. It's just really odd.
It's a scary thought.
But they're testing it, this Connecticut, there you go. Like,
this is a real thing. It really is. And one day they're going to give these robots...
Hopefully it fails miserably.
No, they just need to give it up and just reopen the economy and stop with their fucking power trips. This is all power. It's all power. It's all control. It's all government shit. And I never believed in conspiracies until now. And I don't believe in all these crazy things like that alien surveillance video. I don't believe that's an alien thing. I think that's bullshit. Even though it was supposedly it was released by...
You're talking about just today or yesterday?
Yeah, just yesterday. It was that thing. It was released by like legitimate people supposedly, but I don't believe it. I believe in aliens, but I believe they would have come more often.
Yeah, but how come our astronauts up there never seem to see anything?
Because they've never actually made it up there. Oh wait, you talk about the moon landing or whatever? Because
I'm talking about the people that are stuck up in space for months and months and months. They don't see nothing
because they're too busy taking selfies floating upside down. Who knows? They're not looking out the porthole or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But still, I don't know. I'm just thinking this whole thing sucks. I really don't like the fact that they're going with robot policemen to police people. We've already got every Tom Nook and Cranny person out there.
What is this? I did a story a few months back. I don't know what store it was, but one of the grocery stores was having a robot. Remember?
Yeah.
Just patrolling inside the store to clean up spills and stuff like that.
That's Walmart, yeah.
Okay, because I haven't seen one, so I assumed it wasn't Walmart.
They're not here yet, but they were like monitoring the aisles, and if you were getting close to it with your cart, it would know to move and where to move.
Yeah.
Unlike people that shop at Walmart, this thing actually knows how to get the fuck out of the way.
So if we have stuff like that, and now we're going to have stuff above our heads, like scanning us all day long.
Oh, man, it's scary.
People are talking about, well, their cell phones are...
It just on cue, my Siri pops up.
You said scary.
Yep.
See, I lost my goddamn train of thought.
No, you were talking about the robots and how they're gonna like.
But people are talking about cell phones
yeah.
and radiation and microwaves and all this stuff. But now you're gonna have stuff scanning you constantly, like up and down, whether you have a temperature or. It
reminds me of the movie I, Robot, and I don't want to go down that path because those things are fucking evil, and that movie was evil.
Yeah.
Eventually, robots
that was a good movie,
the thing about robots and artificial intelligence is eventually it surpasses the master. It learns from itself, and it tries to create something better. That's what AI always wants to constantly improve. It always tries to get better and create more. Eventually, they're going to keep getting better, and we're going to fall behind because we're limited in thought. Human beings' intelligence isn't finite. I mean, like we're going to come to a point where we plateau. We hit our limits, but these artificial intelligence things are going to keep going and going and going and going and going, and we're fucked. So,
well, hopefully we're not around for that.
Oh, we won't
Our
be.
poor kids.
No, we won't be.
Our poor kids.
No, because I'll be clearing my throat. You'll be coughing, and we'll both get blasted by one of these fucking drones, and we're finished.
Some fucking Star Wars
fucking
just be flying at us.
Be a pile of dust, and then the fucking Walmart robot comes and sweeps us up, and we're done.
Dude, this is the end of the world.
Yeah, it is. But sure as hell ain't the end for the video game industry. If they had an absolutely massive March.
Can I just stop you for 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
We went to Walmart today, and I don't want to say it too loud, but so many Switch lights.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was at least 15.
Mm-hmm.
Different colors. The handheld one, like if you want to go get a Switch, if you don't mind having the handheld, get to your Walmart, because our Walmart restocked, which pisses me off.
Yep.
Because it had the colors she wanted, which she couldn't get online. But
she's happy. She's happy.
Oh no, she's happy now. Like, she forgot about it, which is why I'm saying it low. But yeah, if you're still looking for a system, go to Walmart.
Yeah, they had tons.
They stocked up.
They had tons of them, just not the home system, but the regular ones. Plenty of the handhelds
and plenty of games. So
yeah, just nothing I wanted today. I was looking at them. I was like, yeah, I'm good with what I got right now. I'd rather download them for right now.
I just wanted to bring that up because I do know that certain people are looking for them. Mm-hmm. So check your local store or whatever, because they are restocking at this point.
Yeah. But they had an absolutely massive March in terms of sales. Of the coronavirus pandemic drove millions of Americans indoors. So Xbox head Phil Spencer told Business Insider in an interview last week, "We're seeing a big flood of new people come into gaming. Video game hardware, software, accessories, and game card sales topped $1.6 billion just for the month of March."
I would imagine so.
That's the best March the gaming industry has had in over 10 years. So there you go. People are getting back into gaming. And I think it's good, and I think it's healthy in the long term. If, like, let's say that they reopen the economy and everything goes back to the way it was without robots and crazy shit, and people just get back to work. I hope they stay gaming, because anything that keeps you indoors is better than you going out and being dumb.
It is, but I also see, the way I see it is, it's good family time.
Yeah,
me and both the girls are now playing Animal Crossing. We play it together. We're sitting there laughing at what the other character's doing or whatever. Like, it's good, fun time.
Wholesome games that playing Nintendo games, so they're all wholesome, family fun, cute games.
Ours, like if it was called, although Jenna would love Call of Duty too.
Yeah, she loves that shit. She's like, I don't know, she's weird.
She fucking loves zombies for some reason. She's
a weird kid, man. I don't know. I just think she likes to latch on whatever's on TV.
I think because Call of Duty, like, when I got attacked, I'm over dramatic in a video game.
Jesus Christ, she admits it.
If I get attacked, I'm like, stop touching me.
Yeah, you're over dramatic.
Why are you
in life.
touching
Just
me?
Freaking out, you scream, you whoa, fucking, oh my god, it's like, what the fuck?
But she gets, her personality, she likes that, so.
Yeah, she thinks it's hysterical.
Yeah, but, I don't know, I think gaming for families, like, if you're all stuck at home, I think it's a good idea to have a system, right?
I think so. And it's not
just that, or board games, or fucking, I don't know, puzzles.
It's not just that, it's just like, if you're playing a game at 10 o'clock at night, What would you have been doing in the interim if you didn't have the games? You might be at a bar at 10 o'clock at night. You might be going out to a strip club. You might be blowing money on stupid shit. I just think if you have a hobby, it gives you something to do, something to invest yourself in. And gaming is cheap, relatively cheap when you put in perspective what other things can cost you. So, like, let's say if you're that guy that goes to the weekend strip club and you're spending $300 a weekend on strippers, get yourself a fucking video game, play it. Stay home that night. Play your game that you already paid for, that you don't have to keep dumping money into. Do something different. I don't know. I'm just a big proponent of video games. I think it keeps the mind sharp. It helps you focus on something else. It just gives you something to do during the days. And even though I'd rather not be playing them 24/7 right now, I'd rather play them when I get off of work or when I have a day off of work. It's more rewarding that way. And with a time like now, when you have nothing to do, hopefully this reignites people's passions and they
but this is the
come
thing.
up with something more constructive.
People are stuck in their home, right? You're not supposed to be leaving.
Yeah.
At least for most areas, you're not supposed to be leaving your house. So what are you supposed to do? It's either you're going to be playing video games or you're going to be on the computer looking up shit you should not be looking up or whatever. Or you're going to be watching TV. That's the way I see it. What the fuck else are people doing?
Or getting divorced.
Oh, there's a lot of that.
A lot of divorces.
There is a lot of that.
But where do you go? Because you're supposed to be in quarantine together. So what do? Get divorced? Like, bitch, I can't wait till these 15 days are up and we move apart.
Good God. I don't know. That they're making a big deal out of that one celebrity couple, and I know their names.
Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari.
Who the fuck are they?
He's a football player.
Okay.
I don't think he's with the Dolphins. He got shipped around quite a bit the past couple of years.
Okay.
And she was actress or reality TV chick.
Yeah, Kristen Cavallari, right?
Yeah.
But man, they're making a big deal out of that couple, and I'm just like, who the fuck are these two? That like, why do we care that they're getting divorced?
He was a very shitty, overrated quarterback, and she's a very shitty, overrated actress, reality star. That's pretty much what it is.
They're both very shitty freaking people. So.
I don't know. I think he cheated with the best friend, supposedly, or that's what they were saying.
Is that what happened?
Supposedly, I don't know. There's so many different stories going on. I saw it on TMZ briefly, and I glossed past the story because it's an NFL player.
I was hearing a little something about her.
Oh, so maybe it could be. Very well, could be. That's a problem, man. It's like whenever there's a divorce, everyone blames the man immediately. Yeah. The man gets blamed first. So that's just the article I saw. It may or may not be true. I don't really give a fuck.
I don't know. Well, no, you brought up the people getting divorced, and like that is like top headline all over the freaking goddamn internet.
Well, that's another.
So annoying.
Well, that's another thing too. Like celebrity gossip. Yep. Those websites have skyrocketed because people don't care about politics as much anymore. They're kind of trying to get away from it. I'm still listening to the stuff that I listen to, but it's like, man, I'm sick of hearing the same shit parroted by the same people. Mm-hmm. And I listen to the other side, and even some of my other side podcasts, like the few Democrats that I can tolerate listening to, are starting to come around and be like, let's just open this thing back up. We can't just keep doing this because we're basically cutting off our nose to spite our face, and it's like, what the fuck?
No one's building up it. See, I'm going to piss people off.
It's all about the herd immunity, man, and I think New York...
That's what I'm saying. No one's building up an immunity at all, yeah. So when it comes around again, when it goes away and it comes around again, New York
should be looking at everyone else, like, laughing.
Yeah.
Seriously, because, like, they've all got it. Once it's over, they won't be getting it again, and all these other states are going to be getting nailed with it. Just let us deal with it in our own way. And the fact that our guy won't even open up our shit. And it's just like, I know it sounds selfish, but I don't care at this point. Mm-hmm. I just want to get back to work. And me saying I want to go to work is selfish. And people sitting at home getting that 300 plus 600, shut the fuck up. And they did take a poll. There was a private poll taken by Bloomberg. Not by his site, newspaper site, whatever. People don't want to go back to work.
Oh, you fucking dicks.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Bloomberg. It was Huffington Post.
Oh my god!
People aren't.
Of course, because people are fucking lazy.
I think it was like 40-something% of the people said that they didn't want to go back to work.
And the Democrats are eating that shit up.
They're like,
eating that shit up.
We got them.
We'll keep paying you. Stay home. Stay home.
Stay home.
Get
keep on spreading fear and all this other shit. I'm telling you, like I said it before. If it was any other president in office, we never would have gone through this Corona shit. Never. Under Trump, Obama, we could have easily have gone through the same thing with swine flu. We could have easily have done this with swine flu. Did it happen? No. They just said, deal with it. A lot of people died. But then we got over it.
Did it come here? I'm not trying to sound stupid. I've heard of swine flu and bird flu.
It did make it here. Yes, it did. A lot of people died. But it wasn't...
Whatever. I don't care.
The reason why the numbers for Corona are so high
is
because when people die of natural causes, they're blaming it on Corona. So if someone has a heart attack and they die, like poor Grandpa Joe dies, Corona. They're pinning a lot of deaths that weren't on Corona on Corona. And this is documented. This shit's out there, so anybody can go out there and check the internet and find out for yourself. That's what they're doing. They're blaming everybody for Corona. And there's 2 people that weren't blamed on Corona, which I'm going to talk about real quick, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Because I know you still got some things you want to talk about, so I'm going to pass it off to you after this. 2 bodies of 2 transgender women. So 2 men were found burned to death inside a vehicle this week in Puerto Rico, according to activists raising alarm about the killings of several transgender people on the island in the last 2 months. According to police, 2 people were found severely burned early Wednesday in Humacao, a coastal city in eastern Puerto Rico. A spokesperson for the department told CBS News on Friday that they're awaiting victims' results from forensic tests and have not yet released the names of the victims. The Broad Committee for the Search of Equity, a local LGBTQ group, identified them as 32-year-old Serena Angelique Velasquez Ramos and 21-year-old Leila Peleas Sanchez. Ramos' sister, Francesca Alvarado, told CBS News she logged on to Facebook Wednesday and saw a post saying, "I'm sorry for what happened and we are going to miss you," on her siblings' page. She didn't think much of it until their mutual friends began to text her, asking her to check up on Velasquez, who she hadn't spoke to in over a week. She texted her sister but never got a text back. So yeah, these 2 activists were burned to death inside a vehicle.
That's horrible.
It's fucked up.
What's going on down there?
Burned to death. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on everywhere in the world, but can you imagine being burned to death? Do you have thoughts in your head, or is it just pain?
Is it because did I hear you wrong? Is it because they were activists, or they were transgender?
Well, they were transgender, and there was a...
Because they attacked...
It was the LGBTQ activists were basically like going in uproar because they were transgender people.
Oh.
And
why can't
several
people
of
leave
them...
people alone?
You don't listen to me when I'm talking. Several of them were killed.
But you put in like names and all, like, and I get sidetracked. Like, I need like...
Well, this has been a thing going on over the past couple of months where a lot of transgenders have been getting killed in very violent ways, and this is just the latest one.
And it's mostly there, isn't it? Because I could have sworn that I've been hearing stories that it's
happening everywhere, but down there the past couple of months it's been a pretty big epidemic. Like transgender people just get lit up on fire.
Why can't people just leave people alone? Like I don't understand it, but like that's not for me to judge. Like, I'm not going to sit here and attack somebody. Like, they don't know. Like, just leave them alone. Let them do their thing.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I understand, like, having your own views on life, and I don't like certain
get it,
things
but I'm
either.
not going to go sit here and freaking put you on fire. Like, who does that?
I don't like religious,
but
overly religious people.
Yeah.
But I have conversations with them, and I'm friendly with them. But I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm not going to go light them on fire. It's just...
You don't agree with it, fucking look away, or just keep walking, or whatever. Mind your fucking business. Leave these people alone. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it either, but I'm not going to go attack someone.
I would love to talk to someone who is lighting these people on fire. And I would like to ask them, why did you do that?
Like, what...
Is it religion-based? Is it just because, like, you're afraid of your own sexuality? Like, were you attracted to them? Did you have sex with that person and you're afraid that they're going to tell on you? Because a lot of cases, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times, too, these people may not act on their sexuality, but they have these feelings where, like, oh, man, I think these transgenders, they might be jerking off to them on the internet and shit.
Yeah.
And then they hate themselves for it, so they project it onto the group that they're obsessed with. So,
yeah.
Like, in my opinion, Mike Pence is the biggest gay guy out there.
Oh, my God.
And what does he do? Bash gays all the time.
Yeah.
He isn't as bad anymore, but he used to say dumb shit.
Doesn't matter. He had those thoughts. He said those things, and I don't like him.
He used to say some really dumb shit. He hasn't done it in a while.
He doesn't ever run.
No.
Because, man, we're in for hell if he gets in there.
He's a fucking maniac. But with people like that, I'm always skeptical if someone says they hate something so much, especially when it's sex related. Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, I hate gay people. I fucking hate them. Like, why? Because they're fucking disgusting. And who's the first person to get busted? That person with gay porn in their house, or having relationships, or cheating on their wife with a man. And
why can't people just leave each other alone? I just don't understand.
It's all mental.
No one. no one has the same views as another person. Like, everyone thinks
we'd all
something
be pretty
different.
boring.
Even you and I disagree on certain shit. It's not going to go attack each other. Like, I just don't understand. Fucking, if you don't like it, just fucking move along, man. Just. I mean,
attack
why?
That ass in a little bit.
Oh God, you're such a stupid ass.
No, I get what you're saying.
It aggravates the freaking hell out of me that people got to attack each other for because they don't agree with whatever the view is. Like,
people are violent by nature and they love conflict. We've talked about this before. People love conflict. They love to have some sort of opposition, no matter what.
You brought up sexual orientation, so.
Oh boy, what do you got? What do you got for me?
I have a British woman who was very upset.
Oh
right?
God.
And I read this story, and it's a legit story, and I burst out laughing immediately. She's very upset because her attraction to a 92-year-old chandelier doesn't count as a sexual orientation.
Does that chandelier have a gender? Can that be a gender?
His name is Lumiere. Okay? And she bought him, and I believe it was 2016 online. That's her long-term relationship, and she's extremely upset that no one is recognizing the whole thing. Now, a few months ago, and I don't know if I talked about it or not, but I know I saw a story where a woman married a ghost pirate.
Yeah, we talked about that. I remember that story.
People are fucking nuts, and I don't get it. I just
you know what
don't
the problem
get
is here with this whole thing is, like, go back 50 years. If someone came out with that story, what would happen to them?
Beheaded?
No, this isn't. No, I didn't say 150 years ago. I said 50.
Behead them, man. There's something wrong with their head.
No, they would get put in a fucking mental asylum and
There's
evaluated.
something wrong with their head.
There's something wrong with that. You cannot fall in love with the chandelier. Yes, you may be attached to that chandelier. It may be a family heirloom, and you may want to keep it in your household.
Online.
But I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Was she in love with this thing when she bought it online, or did she fall in love with it when she heard its voice in her head?
Okay,
when she opened the box?
She didn't specify that.
That's the crazy shit right there that you'll never get an answer for, because either this woman's completely full of shit making this up, or she needs to be put in a hospital.
Oh, she needs a hospital.
You don't say these things as a completely sane person. You don't have your fucking marbles all there if you're saying things like this in public. You don't fall in love with a chandelier.
Well,
I mean, I understand a fucking lamp. I mean, who doesn't want to fuck a lamp once in a while? But a chandelier? Jesus Christ.
She was standing right next to it with all the jewels coming down. Weird.
Man.
But this is what... What did Sammy say a year ago? How many...
I can't remember what she said a minute ago.
She said something about how many
sexual genders or some shit. I said 2. Man and woman.
Right, but she said there was
many.
She but this is, you say that and you teach people that, you talk about that, and you talk about that on the news, and you have articles out there, then you're going to get these crazy people that want attention and say these things. Now, is she really thinking that?
How old was she? Did it say?
Oh, I don't know. She's probably like in her 40s or 50s.
She's in her 40s.
There's a picture of her on there.
She didn't grow up with that shit. She's just crazy.
No, just either crazy or looking for attention.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know.
But you got to be afraid for the future, because we're raising people now that this shit's okay.
This is going to keep happening.
This is okay according to society now. No, she's just in love with the chandelier. Why can't she be in love with the chandelier? Or what are you, a racist? Are you a bigot? It's like, no, motherfucker, I'm sane. Look, that thing fucking blows air on you when you're asleep. There's nothing fucking sexual about a chandelier. I just don't understand these people.
Oh, God.
They're fucking idiots. And the more you tell these people things are okay, you're warping their minds. This is child abuse. And like I said before, you can raise a kid to be any kind of person you want. We could have raised both our kids to be fucking trained serial killers. Because you can easily warp a child's mind and mold it, make them do what you want.
Yeah.
You can either raise them to be a good person, a bastard, or whatever you want. We raise our kids to be good little girls. Most Americans, most people will do that. And you got oddballs. You got the ones that are fucking in Hollywood telling their little boys at 2 years old that they're girls because they might have picked up a Barbie doll and stared at it for a second. You got weird shit like that. Like, what the fuck was her name? Charlize Theron or whatever the fuck her name is. That one is like, oh, well, my son identifies as a girl because he picked up a Barbie for a second.
Isn't she giving the kid
legs? Yeah, she's giving the kid...
Don't do that, man.
Dude, what happens if this kid 10 years old is like, Mom, I picked up a Barbie for a second.
Yeah.
I'm a guy.
And now I'm getting made fun of at school.
Now he's got tits.
Yeah, no.
It's like, come on, man. Fucking pieces of shit. We got to get off of this fucking mindset. These people are just raising fucking monsters now. And it's not the kids' faults. Let them... Man, there should be a fucking law, just like now, where you can't go get certain procedures unless you go to, like, Thailand. Like, a lot of these, like, ladyboys and transgenders will go to Thailand to get, like, their penises removed and get boobs put in and ass implants and shit. You can get anything done over there, apparently. But that's where they go to Thailand to get all that shit done. And you got
Did you have to say ladyboys?
No, that's a term. No, that's a term.
Is it
That's
really?
a term that they use. Yeah, they use ladyboys. That's what they call them in Thailand. They've got Ladyboy Boulevard, where a bunch of them. I'm serious. They all look like fucking Manny Pacquiao in a dress with long hair. That's what they all look like down there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in Thailand. Like, I used to fucking help these old men out.
Ladyboys.
I used to help these old men out at my old job, and what they would do is they would come in there every 6 months, and they would come back from a trip in the summertime, and they would go over to Thailand and just have fun with these fucking ladyboys. Just go clap them out and come back.
I can't.
They
couldn't come up with a different name.
They would clap out these little ladyboys, and the guy told me that they were in the street. There was nothing but wet markets and fucking ladyboys walking around trying to be girls and shit.
Oh, that's the dumbest name. What?
Remember The Hangover?
So stupid.
Do you remember The Hangover 3? Where the one guy...
3, I forget.
Well, the one guy, that's what they did. They went to like one of those fucking red light districts in Thailand, and there was a ladyboy there, and they were screwing it.
So stupid. That's just a stupid sounding name.
Well, I would rather screw a ladyboy than this next person. Chrissy Teigen. She's trying to enjoy... What the I think I lost her. You alright? Do you want me to put this on pause for a minute? You can put this on pause for a minute.
You can put it to her.
I would rather clap one of them out than Chrissy Teigen, man. Fucking give me 3 ladyboys at once in this ugly bitch. Alright, so she's trying to enjoy her time in the coronavirus lockdown, and internet trolls have a lot to say about it. Jesus Christ, get hold of yourself, dude. You're like that fucking... What's his name? Oh, God, damn it. You're crying. You want me to pause it for a minute?
No, it's okay. All right. Oh, God.
All right, so let me start from the beginning. So Chrissy Teigen is just trying to enjoy her time in coronavirus lockdown, and internet trolls have a lot to say about it. The 34-year-old ugly bitch and model and cookbook author shared a quirky video of herself in a bathing suit. Telling... Yeah, that's what they said. I never post thirst traps, so here I am trapping you in thirst with thirst. So yeah. People were not happy about this and called her square box body SpongeBob. They said she's built like a rectangle. Oh my God. She basically posed this video for attention, and boy did it backfire. Man, it backfired so bad. Dude,
the best couple stories you've had in a row. Like, oh God, I can't even breathe.
So she posted a picture, and she looks like she's fucking built like an eraser. She just has no shape to her at all. She is a very ugly woman, and I think what makes it worse for her is that
ladyboy to her.
Well, it was a smooth transition. It's not the fact that she's ugly. She's a horrible human being, too. She's a horrible person.
What's so horrible about her?
She just goes online all day long and just talks shit about people. Just talks shit. That's all she does. She's a very mean, nasty woman with very vulgar language online.
Huh.
Online. Like, she will attack fans, she'll attack celebrities, and just go off and say the most vulgar shit. She is just a horrible human being. She's not nice. And then she's married to John Legend, the only reason why she's got any fame or money or notoriety, who looks like a fucking alien boy. I don't know, he just looks like... You know who he looks like? That little asshole. All grown up from the Cosby Show. There was like a little kid in the... No. Sister. He looks like that little boy. Imagine him grown up. That's what he looks like, the little brother from the show.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't brother. I think he was a neighbor. That kept popping up.
He's your brother in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because his last name was Mowry, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to get my memory back here on that, but yeah, she's just, I don't know, she's a horrible person, and she posted this picture of her in a bikini, just looking disgusting. Did
she look square?
She did. She is square. She does.
Why? Because she got big shoulders. Like, what happened?
No, her body just, she doesn't have shape to it. She has no hips, and it's just like all like waist and whatever legs. She's got nothing going on for her. And she's ugly, and she's a horrible human being inside. So people just roasted her nonstop. She didn't take the picture down. To her credit, she didn't take the picture down. She took the beating, but she was in the comments trying to come back at people. But it's like, bitch, you posted this expecting everyone to say, "Oh, you're so gorgeous. Oh, how do you look so good? Oh, blah blah blah." And people were like, "No, bitch, they're sick of her act," and I couldn't be any happier.
Well, see, I didn't. You told me stuff that I didn't know. I didn't know she was a horrible person.
Well,
I find her annoying.
She's very annoying.
Lip sync battle when that was on. I haven't watched that in forever, but like she was so annoying because the camera would always go to her. I don't care about her. I care about the celebrity that's over here lip syncing. Yep. That's why I'm watching. But other than that, like she hasn't ever really annoyed me. I know that you can't stand her.
I hate her. I hate her guts.
But I did see that story this week that people were saying she looked like SpongeBob SquarePants, and but I was trying to figure out why. Was it her shoulders, or like how does she look square to me? I don't see it.
Well,
she's not. I don't find her
she's just stocky.
pretty.
She's just stocky built. She doesn't have like a shape like think of Nikki Bella. If you look at a picture,
now she's pretty.
If you look at a picture of Nikki Bella head on, she's pretty. She's got like the shape that kind of goes out like an hourglass kind of thing. Mm-hmm. The other one just goes straight down, just like a she. I mean, the bitch is built like a Slim Jim, man. She's got no shape at her at all. She's just straight up and down.
Okay.
No kind of any structure at all. And to her credit, she married right, had kids with a guy, and now she's set for life.
Who was she before him? A model?
She was just a model. I don't know how the fuck she became a model. She doesn't have the model look, and I don't even know what the model look is, but she's just not attractive at all. I don't see anything attractive about her at all. You look at her face, she looks like she's got fucking bash in the face with a shovel. I don't know. She just doesn't have it for me. She just doesn't do it.
Bash in the face with
like I said, I'd rather clap out a Ladyboy than clap out one ever. Seriously, she's that bad. She's got no meat on her.
I don't know, but the last two segments, like that was great.
Well, I'll cool you down with my last story. This is the last one I got. There weren't really too many things going on the past couple of days, but speaking of meat, you know who doesn't have meat as well?
What?
Tyson Foods. You used to love Tyson, and our kid loves Tyson nuggets. You remember Tyson? We used to get those breaded, like hot buffalo.
Oh, the buffalo strips.
They were the buffalo strips, and at one point in time, we were able to get the buffalo chicken sandwiches that were better than the Wendy's ones. They were that good. Mm-hmm. Man, I would quit keto for one meal if I can have one more of those sandwiches. They were that good.
We got them up in New York. We can't. Yeah. We haven't found them down here.
We haven't found them in New York either for a while. Remember, they kind of just went away. They just stopped making them. It was such shit because that was the best thing they did. They were like chicken patties. And I'm sure someone right now is like, I got them in my fridge right now.
Oh, you bitch. You post a picture on Twitter or Facebook, I'm going to freaking find where you live.
So, Tyson Foods, one of the U.S.'s biggest meat processors, didn't mince words in a full-page New York Times spread that ran Sunday, in which they warned the food supply chain is breaking. As pork, beef, and chicken plants are being forced to close, even for short periods of time, millions of pounds of meat will disappear from the supply chain. That's from John Tyson. He's the chairman of the board. He wrote that in a letter published as an advertisement. As a result, there will be limited supply of our products available in grocery stores until we're able to reopen our facilities that are currently closed.
Now, I said this to you the day after we went grocery shopping, which was just a few days ago.
Yep.
That I saw tons of meat plants were closing.
Yep.
Because people were getting sick.
We talked about this, yeah.
And all that. Now, that freaks me out more than toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Toilet paper will figure something out. Mm-hmm. Whether it's paper towels or Kleenex tissue or freaking wipe, we'll figure something out.
The thing is we could always be stank, but we can't be fed.
Meat worries me. Mm-hmm. That's what you eat, and that's what Jenna eats.
Well, I stocked up on my other stuff, just in case.
Well, I didn't know that, and I didn't really... She has food, mm-hmm. but I didn't stock up like plants were closing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't, because the last time we went grocery shopping, which was a few days ago, all of a sudden they had meat stocked, mm-hmm. and I'm like, oh, we're back in business. They're stocking up again. And then I went home, and the next day all these plants are starting to close, and I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah. So now I'm pissed.
Well, our situation isn't typical here. A lot of people are touting doom and gloom every chance they get because they want to be a part of the flock that are screaming for help.
But you say that. meat plants are closing.
Yeah.
All these toilet paper douchebags are now sucking up on that.
Oh, of course. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Because it's not like, oh, go get what you need.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh,
they're buying meat they don't
up.
even like.
Yeah.
They're probably buying veal and lamb and all sorts of shit that they would never have eaten before. Even I'm a chicken eater, but I'm going to buy beef because we're going to need meat. It just goes to show how fucking weak and fragile this economy is. How weak and fragile people are. The second there's any kind of threat, what do? Take from everybody else. It shows how far we are part of the society that we can be. We can possibly be any farther away as people. If you buy a roll of tissue and you see 4 more and you buy those 4 more knowing that someone else is going to need those and you don't need them, that's a real scummy thing to do.
Yep.
It's just a scumbag thing to do. And people are going to be doing that with food. They're going to be hoarding. And what happens when they find out you got it? They're going to come for you.
It makes me wish we had a deep freezer, which we don't.
No.
But, like, not that we're those type of people, but the fact that just like I said with the toilet paper, I know those type of people are out there.
They're out there.
And I want to make sure that we're okay. Like
that's the problem.
That's the problem, because there's a handful of these hoarders out there that's just going to take everything.
Yep.
And then normal people like all of us that are people listening.
It turns normal people into hoarders as well.
Yeah.
Because then...
It's a domino effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Because normally we would never do that. But now that these plants are closing, I'm like, oh, fuck. And now I'm starting to think, like, okay, people are going to start hoarding this shit. Should we go to the store again and freaking... but we don't have room.
We're not gone.
No, we're good. We're not suffering at all.
No, I'm not talking about, like, us in general. I'm saying, like, the country. We're not that far gone. We can reopen and get back fairly quickly, hopefully. We just got to do it, like, now. Everybody on the same page. Everything's open again. Deal with it. Just deal with it. It's either you die now or later. This virus is not going to just go away. I say it ad nauseum. I'm sick of saying it. But just because you get it under control, or the hospitals aren't overrun, and you slowly reopen, everyone's going to get it eventually anyway. Fucking Anthony Fauci said it's going to happen. He said he's going to come back in the fall. You can't just do this again in the fall.
Yeah.
We can't just do this again. It's going to happen. It's not going to go away.
But if everyone was out now...
Fuck it. Do it. Go out.
You could build up somewhat of an immunity. Yeah, it would suck beans. I don't want to be sick.
Just tell people.
But you know what? I either make it or I don't. And let's move on. Because otherwise, we're, like you said, a couple months, we're back right where we are.
Yeah, like let crowds go back to football events, the wrestling, the sports, all sorts of... Let them do UFC in a real arena.
Yeah.
Let people go out there, infect each other. It's okay. It's okay. It'll spread really quick, and then what happens? It'll go away.
And then it'll disappear for good.
It'll disappear, or it might be a seasonal thing like the flu. Okay, well, it's COVID season.
Another fucking goddamn shot.
Whatever. It just gives us a better chance of survival. If you're susceptible, like Roman Reigns was one of the big name people who was like, all right, I'm just gonna not go to WrestleMania because I don't have it, but I'm at a high risk because of the lymphoma. Good on him. Be responsible. Everyone should be like him.
Let me ask you this, because we don't talk wrestling, but do you think he's going to be fucked when he comes back? When all this is done?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he was like Vince McMahon's little butt boy.
Not anymore. He's punished. I guarantee you he's going to be getting fucked.
You think so?
Yeah, they're going to fuck with him for a while.
I was just curious, because like he's been shoved down our throat for years.
Well, thankfully, this is the thing we needed, I guess, COVID-19, to get rid of him. Well, he's not going to go away, but they are going to fuck with him bad when he comes back.
And not release him?
They're not going to release him. Oh, no, they're not stupid, but they are going to fuck with him because they're petty. That's the biggest thing they are. But like what they should do is just reopen the economy, and we say this all the time, reopen the economy, let people who are older or more susceptible to
stay home.
Just stay home. Stay home. We will make special concessions for you guys. So if you can prove, hey, I'm a cancer survivor, I'm afraid to go back to work. Okay, then maybe you give the stimulus to them. Let regular people go back to work.
Can they take a poll?
Let us keep this thing going.
Like, do you want stimulus money?
I think
they're
afraid.
Do you want unemployment? Do you want both?
I think they're afraid.
I don't want the stimulus money. I don't want both. I just want either the unemployment or you to go back to work. That's it.
See, I just want to go back to work. The unemployment will be good in the short run, but it's not good long term. It's not good for the world.
Oh, no, it's not. No, not long term. I'm just saying until they open it up. Like, this shit's still not fucking
It's
going
still
through.
sitting there. Hasn't even been looked at yet. You can't call them either. So.
But I don't want any more damn stimulus money. I don't want it.
No, me neither.
I would like to opt out of that. Anyone listening, opt out, please.
Please opt out, because they're going to fuck us one way or another.
Don't want it.
Yeah, but they're going to fuck us either way. But I would be interested in knowing what the results would be if they were to open up a test like that, or like a poll where they were like, hey, do you want to be on unemployment, this or the other thing? Because there's so many people out there that are fear-mongered by this coronavirus and the overinflated numbers by people that are just dying and being labeled as corona deaths that aren't really corona deaths. And the fact that they estimated 100 million people would have this thing by now and only 1 million people are confirmed cases in the world. So I feel like I would like to think that poll would come out that people want to go back to work, just reopen the economy like things were, as opposed to sitting around collecting free money from the government. And I think this whole thing, and I feel it in my heart of hearts, that they did this to get people relying on the government because they have something bigger down the cards. That's just how I feel, but I don't know. I hate the doom and gloom shit.
I'm trying to find it right now.
What's that?
A website that tells you exactly how many cases per state.
Mm.
I found it yesterday because I know that the Ridiculous podcast was trying to figure out like North Carolina because
they're one of the lower ones, I thought, aren't they? North Carolina.
Okay, so North Carolina right now, and it's just because it's automatically pulled up, 9,142 cases, and then we go to, let's see what South Carolina is. Like, it's crazy that you can. All right, here we go. 5,613, right?
Jesus.
But you go to New York, 291, over 291,000, and that's because of the city.
Yeah,
right there.
And people are more apt to go to doctors in New York because they're all over the place.
So, and these are just confirmed.
Yeah, these are people that went and got tested. The tests weren't as available here. In New York, they were pretty available everywhere.
I don't like it, the big name areas, like I'm sure LA is hit really bad.
I'm sure.
It just
It's just crazy, and these numbers can be moved in either direction. If you want it to be more or less, you can easily skew those numbers.
Oh, well, I'm looking at one website, and I guarantee if we look it up on another website, it's going to say something fucking stupid and different.
We both think, at least I think in this household, that we had it in this house. Because you were really bad. Your cough was really bad.
Right before this happened.
You had all the symptoms.
Mm-hmm. And I had the fever.
Yeah.
I had a cough that lasted for, I think it was 3 weeks, where I could not stop. You had to keep pausing. I had to run out of the room and cough.
Yeah, we have it on record for people to go back and listen to a few episodes back or whatever.
We did an interview with that awesome guy, the competitive eater.
Yep. Yeah.
Professional eater.
With Randy Santel. That was around the time where you were like dead.
And I was like, it kind of cut off at the end because I was having a coughing fit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
you
I
had
don't
all
know
the
if
symptoms.
that was it or
you
not.
Probably had it. But it's an undocumented case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
sure there's a lot more.
But, there's a ton.
Those are the numbers right now that I'm seeing. Yeah, but I do have 2 New York stories that I wanted to bring up because I thought, the one I thought was really cool and the other one I thought was kind of funny.
Throw them at me. What you get?
Okay, so a New York City group who's been doing this for a couple years now is handing out backpacks to the homeless. And they've been doing it for a couple of years with, like, food and, like, necessities that they could possibly need. Well, now they're working around the clock. And so now they're given food, water, toiletries, masks, gloves, sanitizer, disinfectant wipes. They've done 1,200 in the last 3 weeks.
Damn, good for
which
them.
is amazing. They go around in, like, a U-Haul truck.
But how many people are trying to take advantage of this?
Well,
exploit it.
The homeless people are saying that the shelters don't have cleaning supplies. The people there aren't wearing masks or gloves. They don't have them. They interviewed this cab driver who says no one will get in his cab, so now he's homeless and he's on the street.
See what the fuck this does? You see what this does?
That's sad and it's depressing and it's horrible. And like all these people they're losing their jobs, and what if you can't pay your bills or anything? You're not getting unemployment.
This is such bullshit.
Poor cab driver. I mean, New York City.
Yeah, I know.
Probably make good fucking money being a cab driver.
I'm sure that could be a career. I'm sure it could be a career because all the money you're working nonstop.
I mean, this guy is now living on the street because he can't afford his bills, and no one will get in his car. So, I mean, like, good on this group for making those backpacks.
For trying to do something. If more people try to do something, we'd have something. But you see, stories like this make me sick to my stomach because we don't need to be living like this. If they just let people just deal with this fucking virus, what would have happened? The economy would have kept going and people wouldn't be dying at a much higher rate How many of these numbers do you think are inflated because of suicides? Do you think people are committing suicide and they're talking about the coronavirus and saying, "Oh, that's a corona death"?
It could. Well,
there are so many articles out there.
Probably
countless articles about them just chalking up any death to corona.
If you're committing suicide because you're stuck in the house, that would be caused because of the corona.
Yeah, they're just adding it to that corona death list. That's what they're doing, and there's tons and countless of articles, like too many to even list right now.
Yeah.
Just search in inflated coronavirus numbers right now, and you will see all the articles. There's thousands of them.
I would like to know if I had it.
You probably did. You want to go get tested? We'll pay $500 for a fucking test.
No, I don't
Where's
know
that
how
money
much
going?
it is, but I don't
it's ridiculous.
I don't want a Q-tip up my nose all the way touching my brain. Have you seen that test?
I think they've changed it since then.
That test looked horrific.
And where I came up with that $500 number is the one podcast I listened to, and because she's rich and she's got money, one of her friends got the test, and it cost like $500 per family member because it wasn't covered under her insurance or some shit like that.
It's not covered under insurance. I mean,
that was under her situation, her life, and she's got money, so it doesn't really matter to them. But for normal peons like us, it could vary by experience, I guess, or some shit like that. But still, like, this whole thing really pisses me off because, like, that cab driver doesn't deserve to be homeless because the government has the power to tell you what you can and can't do and to shut down. It's just, we're just parroting the same things we say every week because nothing changes. Nothing ever changes. It's the same shit all the time. The world never changes. We're just sitting here at a standstill while people in suits are telling us that we can't work and that they're working on doing this and doing that and the other thing while they're trying to shut down the other side, this right versus left, and we're just caught in the middle. That's exactly what this is. We're caught in the middle of a fucking petty-ass argument between the Democrats and Donald Trump. That's exactly what this is. Mm-hmm. You're trying to make him look bad before the election in November. If this wasn't this year in November, if it was last year, and they had a year out to fucking do this shit, we'd be sitting here fine because the flu happens every year. We get the flu, we die. It happens all the time. I'm going to die someday. You're going to die someday. Mm-hmm. The listeners are going to die someday of something fucked up, probably. Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully they die peacefully in their sleep. Except for that fucking troll. But hopefully they get the balls to come down here and I can help them along their path.
Well, he said he can try to pinpoint where we are.
Oh, please do it, sir. Please do it. You fucking pussy.
Whatever. Okay, but I did want to bring up a Bronx liquor store sign, which made me laugh. Did you see this?
No, I did not see this.
Because we tend to look at the same site sometimes. I took a screenshot of it because I didn't want to write the whole thing. So this is what it says. COVID-19 is some real shit. Cover your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. Buy your shit and leave immediately. Absolutely no titty or sock money. Which cracked me up.
Yeah.
Because we literally just talked about that.
Women pulling money from their bras. Yeah.
Stand back at least 6 feet, playa. Store capacity limited to 5 motherfuckers at once. You cough, you die. Drink responsibly. I love this sign.
I agree with every single thing on there, and that should be on every single building all the time. But it's not just Corona time. It should be all the time.
It's straight and to the point.
Yeah.
If you're not listening to what people are saying on the news, this dude is straight and to the point. This is what you need to do, or get the fuck out of my store. And I love that.
Where'd that 6 feet thing come from? The whole 6 foot.
I was hearing 18 feet.
Oh, Jesus.
It can just linger in the air.
Oh, man.
So, I don't... Who knows? Who knows where the 6 feet came from?
I'm over this shit. I mean, half the time I just don't even care about anything. And this I couldn't care less about. The whole virus thing. I just want to get back to normal. Just because, like, you hear stories like this, and it's not even just a I want to go back to work thing. It's this guy in New York, this taxi driver, just talked about the story.
Yeah.
Just lost his job. Now he's homeless. He probably will never recover. Or it'll take him a very long time.
How does that work? Is it their taxi cab? Is it their... It's not, right?
I don't think so, because in New York, they're all the same color taxi cab.
I hope there's furloughed so they get their job back.
I haven't been to New York City in a long time, but I remember they were all like the typical yellow, black...
yellow and black.
Yeah, cabs. I don't know if they all work for the same companies or what the hell that deal is. I don't know how it works. All the insides look the same for the most part. They're like the automated... the ticker would go off and it would be like $1 a half block.
And I'm going to sound stupid here, but I'm going to forewarn you, I haven't been to the city in a very, fucking years.
It's been over a decade for me,
I was probably 22.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so I'm fucking old as shit now. But don't the ones in New York City have the plexiglass separating the people in the back
most
to
of
the
them, most
driver?
Most of them do, yeah. If not all
and
of
people
them.
still didn't want to get in his car. Like, I feel bad for him.
Well, that's because when you build this fear and you put it in people's systems, like, hey, this thing is going to kill you if you don't abide by all these rules. Of course,
but at least he could get some people, and like after each customer, like spray it down and
like when you build panic like this to the likes we've never seen before, it's just fucking crazy. This whole thing is it's insanity. You're going to shut down the entire economy and put more people at risk because of shutting down the economy because this knee-jerk reaction. When the hell did we get so soft?
When this is over with, I would love to see the numbers of all the homeless people that we have now. We had a homeless problem before.
Lots of them.
We had a hunger problem before. Mm-hmm. I would like to know the numbers before and after COVID-19. What's happened? I would like to know.
And basically what they're doing with the stimulus money is they're giving us monopoly money. It's money that they don't have. They're just creating it just to throw it back in. So they're giving us...
They will get it back.
This is monopoly money. This is monopoly money they're giving us. Fucking bullshit. And the government wants to take away your mortgage and...
Dude, no.
All this other shit. And we're going to give you food and this and that.
But then they're going to tell us how much we can eat.
Yeah, everyone's going to get a food stamp card based on household size.
Yeah,
and they're going to take away our mortgages. So what happens to the banks? It's like, oh my god, they're lending these mortgages. What the fuck?
Who's coming up with that? The Democrats?
Of course. Nancy Pelosi came out with that just
God,
yesterday.
Please. How old is she? Why is she still speaking?
I don't know, but she's the speaker of the House.
Oh, is that what she is?
Yep.
I was wondering what she was. See, I'm not a political person. I just know that the bitch is always on TV.
Well, we do have a interesting show coming up soon this week. It'll be sometime this week. We got to set a correct date for it, but do have a special guest coming on. It's going to be talking with me about COVID-19 and all sorts of different things, and that'll be next. I told you about this last night. I don't want to switch it up, but a very special guest coming on this week, so it'll be fun. So we're going to be doing some more of this deep diving, giving our own personal opinions on this and how much we hate the Democrats. So if that's your thing, come check us out in a couple of days, hopefully. So I just want to kind of put that little teaser out there for people to get excited about something in times where there's nothing to even get excited about.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I know you don't, you damn boozer. Go ahead and come up with your next thing. What else we got?
Miami is saying that they've gone 7 weeks without murder for the first time since 1952.
Miami? Mm-hmm. How long they gone?
7 weeks without a murder.
7 weeks in Miami?
Since 1952.
Holy fuck.
Now that's there.
Dangerous place.
But other places that are releasing these people, right, from prisons.
Yeah. California.
The crime rate is skyrocketing in
California
those areas.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, like, this is Miami. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with their jails. But if they haven't had a murder in 7 weeks.
Good. Maybe
since 1952.
Maybe non-reported.
That's
maybe some
crazy.
of them weren't reported or getting fed to the alligators or whatever the fuck's going on. That's good for them, though. Good for them. The thing is like when times like this are happening and people are expected to stay indoors, you would think that they wouldn't be killing each other. But it could get a lot worse. That's the thing I'm saying, man. If people are on the streets, they get desperate.
Domestic violence cases are there?
So
where
many
someone has a dead body like in their house.
The numbers jumped tremendously. Domestic violence, suicide, and alcoholism rates are just skyrocketing alongside unemployment. That's what happens. People don't have jobs, and what do? What do they do? It's proven. Whenever the economy tanks, suicide rates go up, domestic violence goes up, divorce rates go up, and people just aren't happy. That's what happens. Were these people destined to get divorced anyway? Maybe. But the economic strain that goes into a relationship when you pull jobs away.
When you're in your face.
Yeah.
Every single day, and then on top of that, you can't pay your bills. Yep. And
that
and then the kids, you're homeschooling, and they're in your face, in your ear. I know that today I was good, but the last few days, and it had nothing to do with homeschool, but I think 3 days in a row, I was ready to lose my mind.
Well, that puts stress on you, though. It does.
I was ready to lose my mind, because I had one kid on one side of me, one kid on the other side, and both of them talking at once. One kid is very loud. The other one is just like... Talk. And I like literally I thought I was gonna lose it, and I didn't. I'm just saying, like, the thoughts going through my head, like my head was pounding, And I kept saying, like, every time he came out of the room, I'm like, I'm going to fucking lose it. Like,
Yeah.
I think yesterday I was like, I think I need meds. Like, I don't think, I think I need medication. I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm, like, literally losing my mind. Because
you don't want to go to that shit.
It used to be the kids would go, they'd be out for a little while, we'd hang out, then they'd go and play in the room, or they'd go and do this, or they'd go do, but everyone is bored. Everyone is sick of being in the house. So everyone is, like, fucking on top of each other. And it's
everyone's
just
going
like,
stir crazy. That's what it is. Everyone's going stir crazy. We're all sick of it.
But today I was fine. So I think it was just a couple days where I was just like, fucking hell, just please leave me alone.
You know what I miss the most? Driving home from work. Long day, it was a good day, whatever happens, happened. Driving home,
Listen
looking
to
forward.
a podcast or something?
Yeah, looking forward to the next payday. Like, oh, payday's in 3 days, and then 2 days. Oh, payday's tomorrow. Oh, payday's here, and then you got your little money. You allocate it where you want to allocate it, and you're done. Mm-hmm. This is just some of the worst times I think we've ever experienced in the country, and I think that when this is all said and done and remembered in 5 years, people are going to look back and look at this as the biggest blunder in American history. And what they're going to do is they're going to blame it all on Trump.
I just can't. Like,
that's what they're going to do. I don't know. And this isn't his fault. This isn't. It's China's fault. China did this shit. China is asshole. They did it. They did it all, man. Yeah. They fucking ruined the country. And we let them. We let a little virus take over the country and panic and fear in the media, and Chris Cuomo coming from the ashes of his fucking basement like an angel from the fucking hell basement that he lived in, supposedly, and he didn't. It was all a fucking hoax. Anybody can look that up themselves. It was fake.
You were listening to something the other day, because I know we haven't done a podcast in a few days, so I don't think we talked about it, but we were in the car yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
At Cookout.
Yep.
And I don't know who you were listening to, but they went off about it.
Because he's a piece of shit. He's a lying piece of garbage.
I mean, that was funny.
Yeah, well,
you were cracking the hell up.
Because it's everything I said already. CNN and Chris Cuomo are fucking pieces of shit. They're liars. He was caught, and he even admitted on his own pod, the Chris Douchebag podcast, that he was yelling at some guy on Easter Sunday with his family.
Yeah.
So it's like we've already talked about it in our podcast.
Yeah.
We were ahead of the curve on this story. So
I know, but I was saying that we were in the car, you were listening to someone, and they were saying everything that you said, and like, oh my God,
but the thing
this
is,
guy is just pissing everybody off.
But like, he was already out. He already confirmed on his podcast that he was out with his family, and then he has a nerve to film a video saying, "This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh, you get one of these. You get one of these." And like, dude, get the fuck out of here, you phony piece of shit. If there's one person that needs to really die from a virus, it's him. Seriously, he's such a fucking asshole. And Jesus Christ. Seriously, he's an asshole. But I don't know, man. I don't got nothing else.
I only have one.
Go for it.
One last one, and it's a Florida man.
Oh, let's do it. I love Florida man stories.
He was having a bad day, and he didn't feel like going to work. So
he's essential. So
he decided to... Yeah, he's a construction worker.
Okay.
He decided to call in a bomb threat instead. So, because he was having a bad day.
Oh, that's great.
So I have that.
All he had to do was say he had a fever.
I mean, well, maybe. Yeah, why did he do that? I'm coughing. I can't breathe. I don't know.
Like, you could have faked a cough on the phone, say you had a fever.
More than 20 people had to leave the work site because he, obviously, when you call in a bomb threat.
So now they had a bad day.
Everyone has to leave, right?
Yeah.
You can't stay there. They had to have the bomb sniffing dogs and all these people show up. So obviously he was arrested, but I mean, because he was having a bad day, he didn't feel like going to work. Can you call out?
I'm sure
in New York, I called it calling in.
Calling in, yeah.
But I think down here they say call out.
Yeah, well, it is a call because you're calling out of work, not calling into work.
I know. I don't know why the hell we called it calling in.
I don't know either, but I remember they did. Even like the apps said call in. Like, I'm not calling into work. I'm calling out of work.
I don't know. But like, you can't just say, like, look, not feeling too good. I don't know what's going on. I might have it. Let me just rest home a day and we'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I understand 100%.
Fucking Florida man. Something wrong down there. There's something in the water.
I love Florida, though. I really wish I could live down there.
And if you move down there, you will become a Florida man.
That's fine.
We'll be reading about you on the news.
I would rather be a Florida man than a man living in this bullshit pandemic world where people are too afraid to fucking walk out their house without a face mask on. And This is all some fucking bullshit that they built to scare people.
Listen, you brought up face masks. TeePublic is now selling our face masks.
There you go.
Right?
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. You took the pitch and swung a home run.
We mentioned it, I think, on Friday's podcast.
Yes, we did.
That they were coming. They are there on TeePublic, and they look awesome.
They're really cool masks.
They look really, really cool.
You can customize them, do what you want with them. They look really good. I like them a lot.
You can use any of our pictures in any color. I mean, I think they're cool. Only one of them, my face is like completely cut off.
Yeah, well, that's their fault.
But the rest of them look amazing.
So if you need a face mask and you don't have access to a face mask, I highly suggest you order one. And for every face mask that you order, they donate one. So
yes, they donate it to the people in need, like the medical workers and all that stuff.
So if you need a face mask, please go to tpublic.com, Voices of Misery. We'll post a link to the site. You already know where it is. It's always there. And yeah, man, I just want you guys to check that out. And also stay safe in these trying times. And stay away from the news, because the news media is just going to warp your brains. And we don't need any more people being crazy and freaking out and all this other weird shit that's just going on. It's just really exhausting. It really is. And what isn't exhausting is recording a show with you.
Oh, stop with your dimple fucking face. I can see it out of the corner of my fucking eye.
Oh, I'm just happy we were able to get together and put this one out today. And there will be a few more this week, because we got nothing else to do. We're just sitting here waiting for McMasturbator to open up the economy down here in South Carolina. We'll see what happens. And I can't wait to see that novel grow, as a matter of fact, in our comment section. It's just grow.
We called him out.
I don't give a fuck.
So I would like to. He's gonna harass me because I said the wrong word. So it'll come.
Who gives a fuck about
but
this little faggot.
You can reach us, specifically that dude, for our address at voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.
Oh yes, please. Come on, almost said it. Twitter is at Voices of Misery. Gmail, Voices of Misery Podcast @gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, Voices of Misery, and everywhere else, Voices of Misery, wherever you can find your favorite podcast. And
definitely check out TeePublic. We're selling a lot more of the Corona shirts than
stuff,
anything else.
And face masks are there,
and now face masks are finally there as of today.
What better way to compliment your shirt than with a face mask?
Whatever.
There you go.
You need a stylish one. You can't just go out there with a regular face mask.
You can't enter a store without one either, so might as well wear a Voices of Misery one. Till then, guys, I'm the nerd and you're the nerdette. We'll talk to you later.
Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. When I'm not doing Stevie Richards Fitness, well, actually, when I am doing Stevie Richards Fitness resistance band training programs, I like to listen to my friends on the Voices of Misery podcast. They talk about literally everything and anything. Some stuff that might offend you. So if you're not easily offended, don't subscribe, because they say whatever is on their minds is actually subscribe. Subscribe anyway. You might learn something, and check them out anywhere you can download and listen to your favorite podcast. And of course, check them out at voicesofmisery.podbean.com.